Will Ovechkin make it out of the second round at any point in his career?
Man,
never done it. He's never won a second round series.
That's crazy.
Is this the year?
Neither is Braden Holtby. Neither is Nicholas Backstrom.
Okay.
No, I know, but everyone is always like, Ovechkin, and I'm like,
There's one anchor to the team.
And boy, what an anchor! He's sure dragging them down.
what a bum.
I think it'll happen once, but I think it'll be when he's older.
You think so?
I think it'll be one of those, like,
when he's turned over the
we're
keys.
pushing for him. We're pushing for Ovechkin to make this.
He's going to be the graveyard.
We're doing it for old man Ovi, and I hope that happens because I love stories like that. What pisses me off about the way legacies are kind of tracked is that people base so much on how many championships you won.
Team
but yeah, but wait, if Wayne Gretzky had never won a cup, he would still be the best. If Bobby Orr had never won a cup, he would still be fucking Bobby Orr, right?
Messier
but he
had more
had
cups than
Esposito and Sanderson and all those guys. Gretzky had Messier and Curry and Coffey and Fuhrer and all those Anderson and all those guys that were around him that were just as amazing.
These articles have to be out there. I want to see an article where someone went, Messier did it in New York. How come Gretzky couldn't do it in L.A.? I want to see it. Someone must have written it.
Messier had a better team in New York.
So what? Oh, don't... Listen. Reasons have nothing to do with it, Adam. I just want to see that someone wrote it. I'm almost positive they did.
Oh, I'm sure it's happened. Just those ridiculous comparables that you can't prove and literally have no basis in anything.
So
let's write an article about it.
Here's a ridiculous comparable that has no basis in anything. If you took Ovechkin, you put him on the Penguins, and you put Crosby on the Capitals for their entire careers, does Ovechkin have a cup?
Can you imagine?
Well, they have
Ovechkin
Malkin.
and Malkin on
Exactly.
They would have never played on the same line, though.
No.
Why not?
Jordan Stahl might still be a Penguin then.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of the makeup of the teams, right? I still I don't know. Your center...
They never make the
centers can
Phil
just
Kessel
do
trade.
more for you.
They don't need to.
No, they don't need to.
But
They both teams look completely different. So it's like I'm trying to go way back.
Because there's no
Yeah,
Backstrom.
let's
There's
go
probably no
back.
Backstrom on the Caps too then.
Because it's funny.
Well-
The Penguins started to really get good a season after getting Crosby when they got Malkin.
Yeah.
And the Capitals started to get really good a season after having Ovechkin, and they got Backstrom.
When was
Right.
the
Might
first
have
year
been
they
two.
won the President's Trophy? Because they've won it like 3 times.
I want to say 2007 or 8. See, that's a really...
That's a tough question.
Well, so the Capitals would have a 1-2 of Crosby, Backstrom.
If they got Backstrom. If they got him.
Did I say the Penguins or Capitals? Capitals would have a 1-2 of Crosby or Backstrom.
That'd be pretty good. That'd do okay.
Penguins would
Crosby
have...
Malkin's pretty good too.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. It would be Malkin and Stahl with Ovechkin.
All things being
They would
equal.
still-
And potentially Kessel. I mean, if we're just trading
What
those
if-
two and
what if
everything
we
else
just-
went the same
Yeah, what if we just took 2017 rosters
and it was flipped?
and it was just flipped 1 for 1? And you just got to fill in your extra center and extra winger.
Pretty even. Pretty even.
Who takes the series? Game round 2?
It's Crosby. The Capitals win the cup in 3. Like, they don't even make them...
You think?
They just...
No.
Oh, my God, yes.
Well,
With
'cause-
Crosby?
No Ovechkin.
So?
Ovechkin and Malkin. Like Crosby. Remember that
Yeah.
Crosby's going up against Malkin, who's not, I guess, Steve, you are correct. He's not one of the top 100 players of all time.
Yeah.
So, probably doesn't even deserve to be in this
Kuznetsov going against
conversation.
Benino.
And
Come
think of the
on.
goaltending matchups.
This
You got
is a really... I like this.
Fleury Murray.
I like this.
Fleury Murray versus Grubauer Holtby is a wash, right?
No, Penguins win the goalie matchup.
You think so?
Yeah. They won it in real life. I think they win it again.
Fair. But barely, man.
That is a fair
Yeah,
point.
barely.
That
But
is-
Barely.
They won it.
I don't even think Murray played. It was Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah, because Murray didn't come back till...
The Caps defense was really disappointing, too.
It was. It looked
Yeah.
bad against the
Disappointing.
Leafs.
Yeah. I don't think Crosby wills them to that much of a
Especially if
status.
if you look at it,
man, he's unreal.
I think Steve was right going into the final or in the playoffs when he talked about the pressure on the Capitals, and that's why I think they'll do really well this year. Is now the spotlight's off them.
We nailed it though, heading into the Leafs Cap series. Forget the whole playoffs. Like just that one series, one team shouldn't have even been there, and the other team had to win the cup.
Or
and
it
like
was a failure.
Like, you talk about the psyche of the team. What did management and ownership do to help any of that? They made it way worse. We have to win this year. They basically told fans, we have to win this year, we're fucked. And then they were.
Your impression of Caps management is quite funny.
We're fucked.
It's like some weird Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Did they bring him in? We must go for it, Shattercock.
Who's the GM again? It's I always think it's McPhee.
McClellan.
So McClellan, McPhee, and the owner pulled over in the room. This year, fucking this year. Get it this year.
They trade for Shattenkirk, you son of a bitch. they do the bicep handshake.
I take Penguins still.
Man, I don't
Penguins in
know.
7.
Here's the thing, though. Penguins were so injured. So if we're going on those rosters, like there's no Letang. Are we going on based on injuries as well?
I mean, we've made up this much.
Crosby,
Sure.
Crosby going up against like Hainsey and like who else? Daly.
They won though.
They won. You're right. But I feel
They
like
shouldn't have.
But they did.
And the thing is it comes down to, I think, position. Centerman.
Yeah, that's true.
Having the stronger centerman always gives you that advantage.
Caps would have their center depth would be Crosby, Backstrom, Kuznetsov.
I don't think they could win with that. I don't think you can win with that. No.
You're right.
What if they go cold and can't score?
You're right. Because, okay, they wouldn't have Ovechkin, but they'd still have like Justin Williams, TJ Oshie, Tom Wilson would become a 40-goal scorer overnight.
Yeah, he'd have to. He was great against the Leafs, man. He was awesome.
Burakovsky.
Nate Schmidt on defense, who was like a wow.
Yeah.
Like a revelation.
He was a revelation.
Yeah.
And then they lost.
He was one of those injury conundrums. You ever get an injury conundrum watching sports? So he got hurt, I want to say, in Game 6, and I was like, oh, but that's pretty good.
Good for us. Because he was wheels, man. He's got wheels.
I know. I didn't want him to be hurt, but I was like, that's pretty good news that he's hurt. And then they lost the game,
it was funny seeing Caps fans tweet about how happy they were Carl Alsner went down. Like, I'm like, that is a player on your team who has a physical injury, and you're happy with that?
Yeah, that's never good. Like, I mean, I'm always, when someone gets down or goes down, I get happy that someone behind them is getting an opportunity. Because I'm always excited for the unknown. But
sure.
Like, I'm not like, Roman Polak's leg snap. That was great.
He was playing really well.
He was playing really well. Could have used him. Shit.